slit his throat and open that gate. The Absolute wants all of them dead.
This place belongs to Sylvanas. The Absolute has no power here.
Sacred? It is filth. It will burn, and you will burn with it.
Making friends with another bear. That's how we do. Here we have the Druid. Whether calling on the elemental forces of nature or emulating the creatures of the animal world, Druids are an embodiment of nature's resilience, cunning, and fury. They claim no mastery over nature, but they see themselves as extensions of nature's indomitable will. I said nipple. Okay, we get to choose 2 cantrips, 4 prepared spells, and we gain proficiency in club, dagger, dart, javelin, mace, quarterstaff, scimitar, sickle, sling, spear, light armor, medium armor, shield, intelligence, and wisdom saving throws. And then I guess it has a list of all the spells here at the bottom that we'll be able to choose from. I will read those later. For the cantrips, we can choose guidance. So you bestow guidance upon a creature, gives d4 bonus to an ability check. You would use this on Shadowheart a lot to, make those extra environmental checks and stuff like that. Especially if you're working on puzzles or trying to find things to unlock. We have resistance, magically bolster a creature's defenses, and it'll receive a d4 bonus to saving throws. This is alright, I suppose. Good if you want to be on the front lines. The range on that is fairly short, so unless you're on the front lines, pretty useless. Poison spray, project a puff of noxious gas that deals 1d12 poison damage. Pretty normal spell. You see a lot of mages with it. It's pretty volatile. Could be good, could be terrible. Ooh, something new. We got the Shillelagh. It's a transmutation cantrip. The wood of a club or quarterstaff you are holding is imbued with nature's power. Receive Shillelagh for 1 minute, and the spell ends if you cast it again. Okay, so it's nice that it'll last for 10 turns. That's what 1 minute is determined, I'm pretty sure. And it's not concentrated, which is really nice. So you just throw this up once every 10 turns as a cantrip. I think this is going to be pivotal. I'm probably going to take both of these since we are looking at the Druid for the first time. We have Thorn Whip as well. You create a long, vine-like whip covered in thorns that lashes out at your command toward a creature in range. Make a melee spell attack against the target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 1d6 piercing, and if the creature is large or smaller, you put the creatures up to 3 meters closer to you. Well done.
Get over here!
Interesting. So it's going to be a little bit of CC, good for controlling the board. The wording throws me off. Large or smaller? Is it larger or smaller? Or if there's some kind of large, I guess, meta tag that something's going to have. Both of these seem really useful. Although I wonder if they'll conflict with each other. Either way, I think this is going to be a melee class. What's the range on this? 3 meters. Yeah, so 3 meters, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 9. Okay, interesting. Our prepared spells, we can choose 4 from a number. Animal Friendship, Charm a beast and convince it you mean no harm. Pretty basic. Charm Person, much like Charm Animal, good for charisma checks. We have Create Water, which is good for diffusing some barrel strategies. So maybe we play with this, but probably not. Cure Wounds, very nice. D8 heal, but 1.5 meter range. really cuts its effectiveness, and I almost always take Healing Word instead for that. Just last minute, just throw a heal across the board. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Take this. Let's get rid of water. And we'll probably take this and Tangle. It says vines and sprout from the ground, turning it into difficult terrain and possibly entangling creatures within. It does require concentration and has 18-meter range. Ensnared creatures take 1d6 piercing damage at the start of your turn. The creatures or an ally can use its action to try and tear away the vines. Okay, so we're actually kind of familiar with that. That sounds a lot like the Paladin move. I hit him with an Entangle. It's gonna hit those guys too. Just like that. Ooh. Aw, you set my shit on fire. That's right, get bobs. We have Fog Cloud. It's useful. Fairy Fire, less useful since it's a dexterity save. Speak with animals. There it is. And I am actually a big fan of Thunder Wave, so I think I'm gonna drop these two. I'm gonna take Thunder Wave. And the last one is really up for debate. Guess we'll speak with animals since we're a druid, right? Wisdom. Dang. Oh, Dwarf. Of course. +1 wisdom on the gold dwarf. The only one that gets plus wisdom that you don't have to like spec into. Interesting. Let's go for wisdom, constitution. Boom, perfect, yeah. So right now gold dwarf is like one of the best druids, I guess. It's looking like one of the best. Character made, appearance is set. We went with the gold dwarf. The reason being that they are the only class that have passive constitution and wisdom, which I figured would be the two best suited for our character here. We are going to be forced to be in melee range for at least some of our abilities, so having some staying power good. We also have a pretty high base strength. Like, I haven't even touched the abilities yet, and they are looking pretty good to me. I may mess around with it just a little bit. But yeah, Gold Dwarf, just the only one with plus Constitution and plus Wisdom. It also gives us a little extra proficiency. We get Battle Axe, Hand Axe, Light Hammer, Warhammer, a little bit of Dark Vision. And of course, Resilience. You have an advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance against poison damage. Very handy because enemies love to hit you with AoE poison. All around, very nice, and we're going to have access to lots of weapons without martial weapon proficiency, so that'll be nice. Again, the class gives us a number of weapons as well. And I don't think it overlaps very much, so we're going to have a good gamut of weapons. Finally, skills is mostly up to you, but I will go ahead and select nature. Why not? Maybe animal handling. I would honestly ditch this and just plan to get the head piece in Act 1. That gives you 18 intelligence, and then that gives you an extra 2 points to throw really anywhere. I think the best place would probably be here at strength, because when you level up later, modifier, it's just perched there, right? Another way you can go if you want to be stronger early game is just to go this way, with +1 dexterity. It's up to you. I'm actually tempted to do it. Yeah, why the heck not? We're only playing early game anyways, so no reason to power game it. Oh, we definitely need a name, because we're not going to be Tav. Oh, it must be spelled on my point. Whoops. The heck? Guardian of Constitution. Level 2 Druid. For experience you acquire new power. You've gained the following traits. Maximum hit points per level. I am now at 17. And we gain Wildshape Rat, Wildshape Boar, Wildshape Wolf. We also get to choose a class passive. We get to choose our circle. We hail from a druid circle in the Arctic. We hail from a druid circle on the coast, the desert, the forest, grassland, swamp, and Underdark. Ooh, Underdark druid sounds cool. And I am a dwarf. Not Dwargar though, but still. It's either that or Arctic. Okay, so that doesn't change anything lower. But you do get to choose your subclass as well. My guess are the passives have not been implemented yet, because there's no change anywhere by choosing it. Our prepared spells, we get to choose between the same lot as before, and then is anything added? Gain a prepared spell. I think that's it. It's just the prepared spell. We just gain a prepared spell. Fog is nice. Good utility. And then we choose our subclass. Circle of the Land. The Circle of the Land is made up of mystic and sages who safeguard ancient knowledge and rites through a vast oral tradition. These druids meet within sacred circles of trees or standing stones to whisper primal secrets in Druidic. Okay. Sounds alright. Kinda like Treebeard. The Circle of the Moon is as changeable as the moon. A druid of this circle might prowl as a great cat one night, soar over the treetops as an eagle the next day, and crash through the undergrowth in bear form to drive off a trespassing monster. The wild is in the druid's blood. Kinda like that more. But this seems to change a lot down here, so let's let it. Arcane Recovery comes with Circle of the Land. Once per day out of combat replenished. Okay. Kinda nice. Like a wizard. Here we gain a bunch of spells, more wild shapes. Woohoo! Wildshape Direwolf. Got bite. So 2 different bites. Normal attack 1d8 plus 3 slashing. Cleave. Wolf hops. You gotta say the whole, like, being able to jump around anywhere. Hey! So it does knock prone. Time to shine. We got this. Yes! Dog hops. And give him a bite. Like that. Wild-shaped giant spider. I said the spider's kind of bug, just so I don't have to pull it out in combat. But here you go, giant spider. Maybe it's because I did giant spider, because there's a normal spider too, I think. But this is all you get. Poison spite and 1d8 plus 3 ain't bad. Compared to the multi-attack, it's nothing. I wouldn't be surprised if they clean it up a little. We're missing one, obviously. It's because my character had a bow, but... Wild-shaped bear. So it kind of waddles. And then on top of that, when you crouch. Oh my god. It's just ridiculous. So, with the bear, you get a lot of attacks. You get 2 claws, you get bite, and you get multi-attack. A multi-attack, which is supposed to be 2d4 plus 0 slashing, but when you use it, I'll show you and I'll point out the log. It does slashing and piercing, and it rolls 2d6 slashing, 2d8 piercing. Get wolf and boar again, of course, and rat. Oh, maybe it's just doubling up here. Yeah, it's just showing them twice. Very cool, though. Not a lot to read about them, but we will dig into it. And then we got Wildshape healing. While in Wildshape, expend a 2nd level spell slot to heal 2d8 damage as a bonus action. Okay, that's nice that it's a bonus action. And of course, normal level 1 spell slot as well. Cool. I think we might do the moon. Although we get a cantrip. Oof. We get an extra cantrip if we do Circle of the Land. Yeah, it will be of the moon. Druid level 3. Now up to 24 hit points. And we get protection from poison. You touch a creature. If it is poisoned, you neutralize the poison. If more than one poison afflicts the target, you neutralize one poison that you know is present. Or you neutralize one at random. It receives protection from poison from 1 hour. Wow, so that's a lot of turns. I wonder if they actually count that as like until long rest or something like that. Or short rest. Probably short rest. Pass without a trace. Call for the veil of shadow and silence. Okay, so this is another cleric spell. Abjuration gives you and all nearby companions plus 10 bonus to stealth checks. That's what I was looking for earlier. Lesser restoration, remove 1 disease or condition afflicting creatures, so lots of poison and affliction removal. You got hold person, nice CC. Flame blade, as a bonus action, receive flame blade for 10 minutes. Okay, wow. That's a long time too, because 1 minute is 10 turns, so 10 minutes would be 100 turns. Barkskin. You touch a willing creature and it gains barkskin for 1 hour. Barkskin. And then bear. Should I keep barkskin? Nice. Very nice. Armor class can't be less than 16, regardless of what kind of armor you're wearing. My guess is willing creature is like allied creature or something. But I don't know why an enemy would turn that down. And concentration is required. Dark vision, we are familiar with that. Grant a creature with the ability to see in the dark. Out of range. Out to a range of 18 meters. Okay. And finally, gust of wind. A line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts from you in a selected direction for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line. Receive gust of wind for 1 minute. By the power of the grass. Too bad it doesn't do any damage. Let's go ahead and customize real quick. We're prepared. We're going to drop that since we can shapeshift. Let's grab Gust of Wind. Drop Animal Friendship. Let's grab Flame Blade. Ooh, we don't need Fog Cloud. Let's grab Barkskin. Boom. Druid, level 4. Maximum hit points, 31. We gain Wild-Shaped Bear, which I thought we already had, but my guess is you get that regardless of which circle you're in. We get to choose a new cantrip. If we want to use guidance to like pass checks and stuff, let's do it. So now we can kick Shadowheart. And the spells, I suppose we can try protection from poison. Let's drop animal friendship. Awesome. Nothing new, just an extra slot. As far as ability improvements go, if we wanted to go with ability improvements, we would probably go 2 wisdom. Yeah. And that will really make the Shillelagh hit hard. We are wearing a shield too. So +2 dexterity throws. Yeah, screw it. Let's go for that because I am wearing a shield. My only worry is that I'm putting myself in a hole by picking that. Just do 18 wisdom. Easy enough.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met.
Sorry,
And
we
thank
got a
you
big
for
party.
putting back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? I lower my prices for fellow druids, but you'll need to be quick.
We got the
Ritual will
hookup.
be
You hear
complete
that?
Before too long.
Okay, so let's compare. That's 625. If I had, let's say, Shadowheart's charisma, would be 575. So he's still throwing a curveball, but it's probably because I have low charisma, right?
I will imprison the devil, and I will cast out every stranger.
To reject the helpless is to reject Sylvanas herself.
The Tree Father's words. Your circle taught well. You know then that Sylvanas spoke further. The parasite must be removed for new seed to grow.
Bleed.
We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it!
Ooh. The girl is no threat. Jailing her disrupts nature's balance. Release her. I'll see that she stays out of trouble. A seed nobly sown renders the sweetest fruit. Be noble and set her free. Whew. That's some advantage. Swing!
The words of the Tree Father, spoken plain. It is as you say. Sif sif. Tila to me. Out, thief. My grace has its limits.
Hello, Druid. Beautiful animal. Does she belong to Norderland? Orgata family? He throws out a scientific name. Norderland Orgata. Nice. That's where you get warg. Cool. Let's see.
How'd you know? Dumb as a rock, but world class at tearing the throats out of wee ones, she is.
You aided a bear without knowing if it would savage you. A true friend of nature. Or perhaps a lunatic. Either way, I owe thanks. I am the Druid Halsin.
Your Master Halsin, first Druid of the Emerald Grove. Praise Sylvanas for saving you. I've been to the Emerald Grove. It's in grave danger. It sorrows me to say.
I am aware. I foolishly left it vulnerable to this rabble. There's work to be done. That look in your eyes. I've seen it before. Are you feeling all right? The grove stands. Nature prevails. And again, I am in your debt. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts. If only you had come to this place in more peaceful times, you'd have been a welcome addition. Backslide, and nature's fury will crush you.
As you wish, Master Halsin.
She knows now what cavorting in the shadows brings her. She will not stray again. Besides, this is no time to lose a promising druid. You will soon see why. We will talk more of it tomorrow.
That's right, boy.